All right, guys, part 2 of your 3.9 homework, the online assessment. This is page 7 that I'm working on now, or slide 7. Remember that the product of these two goes on top, so negative 5 times 5 is negative 25. The sum goes on the bottom, negative 5 plus 5 is 0. Remember that negative 5 and 5 are called opposites. The only number I can multiply 9 by to get to 36 is a negative 4. 9 plus negative 4 gives you a 5. Two numbers that multiply to get 0. Well, one of them has to be a 0 because something times 0 has to be 0. So 0 plus what gives me negative 13? Has to be negative 13. Negative 13 times 0 is 0. Negative 13 plus 0 is still negative 13. All right, eighth slide. So it says that we have to evaluate. Evaluate means plug in these values for what you see and then solve all the way down so you have one single number as your answer. So let's take this first one. Z, I have to get a pencil. Z parentheses x minus 1. So I'm going to rewrite everything I see except for the variables, which I'm going to leave blank. I'm going to come back in. Z is negative 4. So where the z was, I'm going to write negative 4. X is the 5, and so I plug in a 5 for x. PEMDAS says parentheses first. 5 minus 1 is 4. Bring down your negative 4. Negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. Next one. 5 minus y plus x. So I'm bringing down my 5 minus and my plus. My y is 8. Sorry, this is a little shaky. So you have 5 minus 8 because y is 8. And then x is 5. PEMDAS says once the multiplication and division are done, you subtract left to right. 5 minus 8 plus 5 gives you 2. Next one, we have negative 2y plus x. Now I'm going to go ahead and write negative 2, and I know it's multiplication because when there's a number right next to a letter, I know there's an invisible multiplication sign. My y is 8, my x is 5. I have to do multiplication first, so negative 2 times 8 is negative 16. Add 5, negative 16 plus 5 gives you negative 11. X plus 2 times z. X plus 2 times z. I'm going to bring down my plus, my 2, and my multiplication sign. My x is a 5. My z is negative 4. I have to do multiplication first, so 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Bring down your plus 5. 5 plus a negative 8 gives you a negative 3. All right, and the last one, which is actually the first one that has division in it. So you have y divided by z plus 5. I'm going to bring down everything that I see except for my y and my z. My y is 8. My z is a negative 4. Remember that this fraction bar really means divide, and we have to do multiplication and division before we do addition. 8 divided by negative 4 is a negative 2. Bring down your plus and your 5. Negative 2 plus 5 gives you positive 3. Boy, I hope those are right. Okay, on to page 9. Here are some statements related to mathematical problem solving. Which statements are true? Select all that apply. Remember, when you see those words, select all that apply, it means there's probably more than one of these that are right. Every problem has only one right answer. Not every problem. Remember when I asked you an open-ended question and you guys give me different answers? They sound a little bit different, but they're all right, so no. Some problems may have several correct answers. True. Every problem has only one way to find the answer. Absolutely not. Remember when we talk in class how I might solve it one way, your partner might solve it one way, and the guy behind you will solve it differently, and we all come up with the right answer. Some problems have only one correct answer, but there are many different ways to find that answer. True. if x plus 2 equals 5, x has to be 3. There's only one answer, but some of us might have guessed and checked. Some of us might have subtracted 2 from both sides. A lot of different ways, but C and D are both correct. All right, guys, last one, page 10. When things are hard, that means you are not very good at it and probably never will be. Absolutely false. When things are hard, it just means that you need to practice more. Practice may not make perfect, but it certainly makes better. Effort is the path to increased intelligence. A huge true, if I could spell right. No matter what the topic, everyone experiences difficulty and struggles at some point. Absolutely. Even Einstein struggled at some point. It can sometimes take a long time before things that were once hard can become easy, even if you are trying hard. True. For example, I'm not very good at soccer. You guys might be. It might take me forever and a day to get better, but eventually, whether it be tomorrow, a month from now, or a week from now, I will get a little bit better. All right, guys, hope this helped. I'll see you in class.